Hello everybody, SlimKirby here. Welcome back to Let's Play Fire Emblem Path of Radiance. Sorry if I sound kind of annoyed right now. First of all, I had to redo this entire chapter because I stupidly put one of my units in range of a unit that could have killed them. So, yeah, I had to redo the whole chapter. I guess I didn't have to, but I'm a perfectionist, so I gotta have all my characters survive. That's basically what I do when I play Fire Emblem games. So yeah, very quickly, I'm doing a support conversation between Kieran and Rice. For some reason, when Kieran was practicing, he managed to get an axe stuck in his head. I don't even want to know how he got an axe stuck in his head. I mean, seriously, if you are that crazy with your training, then you obviously have some problems. But now, in this little conversation right here, this info conversation really doesn't have any relevance to this current chapter, but it does in the next chapter. As you know, Jill is from Dan. She didn't originally start fighting for us. She used to be on the side of the enemy. So now that we're actually in Dan, well, Jill is probably going to run into some of her former allies and her former friends, which could put her at kind of a risk. For us, anyways. Because even though Jill seems, well, kind of settled on staying with us because of the treatment of Laguz, she doesn't like how the Dan army treats Laguz anymore. She wants to stay with us for that reason. However, her father is actually the leader of a Wyvern Knight group. And that's what this guy Har is talking about. He's wondering if Jill is really going to leave and not be a part of the Wyvern group anymore. And it's going to be very hard because Jill's father is actually the commander of that little army. So, as you can see, Jill is probably going to have a difficult time adjusting to the situation since we are going head-to-head with Dan now. So in this conversation, Miss is going to suggest to Ike that Jill should probably sit out on some of these missions. However, there is really only one mission that she should actually stay out of, and it's not really like permanently stay out of. Like, you can still use her in the mission, but like it just depends on who you actually attack. But I'll go more into that later on in the next chapter when it's actually relevant. But right now we're worrying about chapter 19 right now. That's kind of the big thing we need to focus on. And this conversation is what I believe triggers the triangle attack from being used. Or it triggers it so the triangle attack can be used now. Someone asked, or not really someone asked, but I think I mentioned it in an earlier video that Hyrule Girl 9 mentioned something about you really don't need bows to activate the triangle attack. That Oscar can really become whatever he wants. But this conversation kind of disproves that. Because Oscar even says that we all need to be using the same weapons, so we all need to learn bows. And that kind of tells you where you need to go with that. If it does work when Oscar doesn't have bows, then something is either very wrong with your game, or it's just something the developers of the game overlooked. But essentially what you need to do is you need to form a triangle with the three brothers, and then you need to all be using bows at the same time. And then you should be able to make the attack work. And what it essentially does is it gives you a critical attack. An automatic critical. It always attacks 3 times the amount of damage that the unit you are attacking with would do. It can be useful, but I don't know. I don't think it's the best triangle attack you can get in Fire Emblem history, because there's been a few other triangle attacks in other Fire Emblem games where in one game it depends on having 3 Falco Knights, the promoted class of Pegasus Knights, and then there's also a general triangle in I believe Fire Emblem 6, the game that has Roy as the main character. And there's a few other games that have different versions of triangle attacks. And, well, I don't think that whole bow and arrow thing for this one really works that well. Because it's not really hard to form a triangle, but it just looks kind of awkward whenever you're doing the actual triangle attack. And seeing how all the units are completely different units. Like you have a paladin, a warrior, and a sniper. So right away it's kind of weird to see that combination of units performing a triangle attack. But I'll get off that now because I have to talk about some things that are going on in this chapter. As the conversation just now told you, you're actually going to be going head-to-head with King Kilvas Nesala in this chapter, but you really don't have to kill him. In fact, you can do something that will take him out of the battle, and that's what you want to do. So what you need to do in order to trigger that leaving is you want to talk to Nesala with one of the Phoenician birds, or one of the Phoenician hawks. So you can make sure you bring either Reyson or Olki to this battle. It doesn't matter which one you bring. I'm bringing Janaf just because I like Janaf a little better. And also, you might want to bring Reyson as well, because as soon as Janaf or Olki talks to Nesala on the battlefield, Nesala is going to go straight towards Reyson. And once he talks to Reyson, he'll become a green unit, and then he'll leave the battle without really attacking you. But if you don't want to bring Reyson, you can still pretty much make it so Nesala doesn't attack you, because once he talks, or once you talk to him with the Hawk Tribe members, the trigger for Nesala is to talk to Reyson. And if Reyson isn't on the battlefield, he'll just stay put and not do anything. So you can kind of take advantage of that and like kind of sneak by him if you can. However, I would really not recommend fighting Nesala. He's pretty powerful for this point in the game, and you could probably kill him if you have the right weapons and the right strategies, but I really don't see why you would do that. Personally, I just do the chapter normally, and make sure you bring one of the Hawk members, and then especially bring Reyson too, just in case you want to get rid of the Raven King. So that's just my advice on what to do for this chapter. It's my opinion. Think what you want of it, but yeah, just do whatever, I guess. It's not really my say, but whatever. And the boss is a sword master, just to mention that, I guess. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. I still have a minute left, I guess. And really, all that's going to happen for the rest of this video is Nazar is going to talk to Ike and basically enforce what I just told you, that even though the conversations told you to not bring them and not try to contact the Raven King, that you should still try to do it just to see if anything will happen. So yeah, just make sure you bring one of the Hawk Tribe members at least, and then you can also bring Reyson just to get rid of him from the battle permanently. But whatever, just do what you want. I think I've kind of talked enough for this video. I'm probably going to go straight to bed after I finish this recording, so... And I'll just work on the other episodes tomorrow. Since, actually tomorrow I don't have any classes. Well, I have one, but it's very early. After that I have the whole afternoon to myself. But this is SlimKirby, signing off now. See you guys next video.